Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I love y'all, man. Y'all don't understand. I appreciate being here to do these videos with y'all. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subbed up yet, you like coming to the channel to watch the videos, the vibe, whatever the case is, I appreciate you too. I hope you having a smooth 7. But today, we got a little bit of a longer video. Might be a trigger warning or 2 up in this thing, so bear with me. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Caravan of approximately 3,000 migrants leaving Tapachula in southern Mexico is heading to the U.S. southern border. The group of migrants is made up of people from Venezuela, Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Haiti, Costa Rica, Panama, Nepal, Afghanistan, and Central America, La Verdad reports. The migrants are hoping to make their way to the United States before President-elect Donald Trump takes office on January 20th. As the migrants make the trek, some say they're leaving their countries because where they're from is dangerous. They have no security or job opportunities to support their families. Cartel violence, high unemployment, and economic crises in South and Central America are driving more people toward the United States.
Thoughts on that, man? Put that in the comments. I want to know how y'all feel.
Welcome back to Movies That Tell Us the Truth, baby. Bet you weren't expecting this one, were ya? First of all, if you know what this is, you already know you can't watch the movie without being like, oh my God. I can't tell you what it is because it's like, they don't want me to tell you what it is. They don't want me to tell you. But it's a secret symbol to mean something really ew. Also, please tell me why there's the word moan in her name. It's not like you're trying to subliminally program children to be hyper-sexualized or anything. The way that I love children's movies is that it literally gives you keys to how the universe function and love. And it starts with your heart and follow that calling. But they dress it up as fluff in a children's movie so that adults don't think it's true. In Moana, it's a super good message. You got to be yourself and follow your heart and just, it's great. They expose the truth on how mountains, they're probably giants or something. Or why would giants have been real? Why not? You think that supernatural shit isn't real? I'm sorry. And came up with all of these different fantasy ideas of things with power. Not all of it. So yeah, mountains were probably giants because Tafiti wakes up and she's this beautiful woman. But she looks just like a mountain from afar. And then when you have the big names like Dwayne Johnson, you know that it's because, they're all part of a club who like to do weird things with not fully developed people, if you know what I mean.
Hey, remember that Alaskan giant, the myth we seen?
40 monkeys just escaped from a bio-research facility in Beaufort County, South Carolina. They are roaming the streets and no one knows whether or not these monkeys are carrying any kind of disease. We haven't told anyone what kind of testing these monkeys have been subjected to. If you know people who are in Beaufort County, South Carolina, or the surrounding areas, you need to call them right now and let them know that these monkeys are running around. And remember, not just humans could be at risk. The animals that are surrounding the areas can be at risk with these monkeys. I just want to know how the do monkeys escape from a bio-research lab? This shit sounds off. Yeah. Escape monkeys from a bio-research lab was not on my 2024 bingo card. Let's make this video go viral.
Hey, that's facts. If you would have told me that monkeys would have been And man, bro, come on. It's so much shit left and right this whole year. This shit is crazy. Like I said, this shit might be matching, if not outdid, 2020. Let me know if I'm tripping. That's what I see. But it sounds like Planet of the Apes. Biolab, what happened in Planet of the Apes? And then remember when the shit that he gave to the apes to get smarter and more intelligent, that was harmful to us. I don't know. I'm getting... It can lead so many different ways, bro. It could go with the monkeys getting us sick. Then we lead into the I Am Legend type shit. On top of, we had the iRobots, and we got robots coming now as well. Bro, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. How y'all feel? Anybody out there? I have seen some clips where I've heard people talking about that they've seen the... I've seen clips of them talking about they've seen the monkeys in the forest. So we gonna... I went and grabbed some of those clips. I'm gonna watch them for the first time with y'all. So... And I think it's in this lineup, but that shit crazy. That shit crazy. And I didn't mean to call that last clip before that a myth. I'm gonna keep an open mind because I do think it's highly capable of giants turning into the mountains. So I apologize. I didn't mean to say myth, but bear with me. I hope y'all accept my apology.
Nobody else out here at this park but me and my son. Brought him out here to play. I'm over there on the swing, and I look over here. What the? Y'all, I think it's time for Prince. Come on, baby. We're about to go.
40 monkeys escaped from a bioresearch facility owned by Alpha Genesis last night in Beaufort County, South Carolina. It is not yet known what trials the escaped monkeys were taking part in, nor whether they were exposed to any diseases. A police search is underway, and residents are strongly advised to keep doors and windows secured.
I have a question. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Right? It's got like little wings or whatever. I saw it. I thought it was like a flower petal, but clearly it's not.
There is a scary, scary game currently trending called Red Door, Yellow Door. I'm going to show you an example of someone doing it, then I'm going to explain exactly what they're doing.
Red door, yellow door, any other color door. Red door, yellow door, any other color door. Red door, yellow door, any other color door. What do you see? Any other doors? Where's the... Don't go down them. Don't go down. If they go down, don't go down. Turn back around and get out. No, turn back around and get out. Wake up. Guy, wake up.
Chanting red door, yellow door, any other color door will set them into a trance. A timer will then be set for 10 minutes because they shouldn't be here any longer than 10 minutes. They will then see a hallway, and the person massaging their temple will guide them through this hallway and ask them if they see any doors. If they feel good about these doors, they can walk in. If you see a room full of clocks, you must leave immediately because it will trap you in the room. If you see people, especially a man in a suit, walk away because this is a sign of evil and bad news. And if you see stairs, do not go down. You have to go up.
Question: how many of y'all are hip to the, if you hear a certain song that sounds like it's being chanted and shit like that song, you get this feeling where you like, no, don't touch that, don't listen to it, I don't want to think about it. How many of y'all feel like that? Spam it up, because that's how I feel when I hear that. And I forgot all about that game. We checked that early in the channel. But let me know if I'm reaching with that. And when they say you can only do it for like 10 minutes, it reminds me of the movie Talk to Me. If y'all ain't checked that, it's a must go watch. That's one of the hardest movies I've ever seen. If y'all like horror films, if you don't, skip it. Don't watch it.
Check this out, family. This lady supposed to be Elon Musk's grandmother. It's gonna blow your mind when you hear what this lady have to say. Check it out.
Anyway, the boy did something very dark. And I never told what he did. And then one day I asked someone in the circle, Imelda, Joaquin's mother. I asked Imelda, the Antichrist. I was 13 years old. She didn't even blink. She said no, but he will present the mark. And when you see him do that, the Antichrist will take the stage. So, now here we are, 40 years later. Boom, that boy is the star of the world. He's the king of the world, but Jesus Christ is the king of my heart. Okay. The boy's name then was El Elyon. It's changed over time. But we're 40 years later. And I see that boy everywhere, and the world adores him, but he's the king of Babylon. And I'm going to call you out. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Be it God, serve him. Be it the king of Babylon, serve him.
So Germany's government has collapsed, and I'm going to tell you why. So the past few years since 2020, C-19 happened, and since then, their government has not been stable financially. Everything came to a head on Wednesday after the announcement of Trump being the 47th president of the United States. So essentially, the chancellor, who was like the chief officer or like our version of the president, fired their financial minister, who is the person that kind of sees over their finances when it comes to the government, money coming in, exports, imports, things to that extent. So long story short, because he fired the financial minister, they think that the chancellor is going to not be reelected this coming September of next year when their election comes around. So if he's not reelected, he's proposing on January 15th that they push the election a lot sooner so he can make changes so they can kind of be in a more stable situation. Long story short, the government and the House or their party or whatever, they're saying, hey, we need an election a lot sooner than that because we're dying here. We need some help financially. And the reason why it's getting worse ever since Trump's announcement of being the 47th president is because of the tariffs. The tariffs that he's proposing on exports and imports of goods. Right now, they just can't financially support those changes that may impact European goods that may be coming into the United States. So yeah, at this point, their government has collapsed, and I'll keep you updated.
Damn, if anybody from Germany up in here, prayers.
Trump isn't even in office yet. He had a phone call with Mayor Eric Adams today, and the checks have stopped. Watch this clip.
No longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and
the checks have stopped. You are no longer getting endless money to cause inflation, and you are no longer giving money to non-Americans. It's not happening. It's not happening. Trump made one phone call and let them know, you can stop it now or you can stop it on January 20th, but it's gonna stop.
So now follow me. Now we have all these millions of illegal immigrants, millions, right? And now they have no way to get food. What do you think's about to be boosted, guys? Seems like the landscape is landscaping sooner than you think. Except, as conspiracy theorists, we were always pointing our eyes towards each other first. And I see uniting happening, which is good, thank God. But we now have this other deterrent to deal with, which is 20 million. I'll repeat, 20 million illegal immigrants in the United States that are able to make certain purchases in Ohio that I can't make as a felon. Now they can't get food. What do you think's gonna get boosted, guys? What does poverty breed? The crime rate. Interesting. Hey, just an observation. Statistics. Facts. Peace of guys. Oh, if you have a job right now, don't quit, because it's hard to get another one. I would be stuck where you are right now. Don't do nothing rash. Understand what I'm saying?
Now, I'm not saying, I'm not siding with the red or the blue. Right now, we just trying to get to the problems that need to be fixed. You get what I mean? So, whoever won, it's over, it's done, sealed, whatever. I'm not gonna speak ill of neither party. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste my time on that. The thing is now is like, okay, if he did that, let's say Trump did that, crime rate about to boost. Because they need, and then I asked the question. I'm just asking. I'm not, I'm just asking. Is that part of the plan? Was that part of the plan? And what I mean by part of the plan was it meant to get them over here. So whoever was in position, get them over here. Sign their checks for them. Make sure you're looking out for them. Help them get their purchases of things that a felon may not be able to get. Then slide somebody else in there, but remove their check. Remove that. Put their back against the wall. And let's cause them to go at the people who are already here. But before we do that, let's make sure we put a wall up or something so they can't leave when shit hit the fan. And then when I'm just asking questions. I'm literally asking. Do y'all think that I would be reaching, or y'all think that that's like way out of the equation? Like, do y'all agree? Y'all disagree? Spam it up. Let's have a conversation about that. Respectfully, let's remove our emotion and let's logically answer that, and let's like have a conversation. Because I want to know how we feeling as a whole. Like, I want to know how we feeling as a whole. So spam it up. Come on, collective, let me know.
You talked about your tattoo.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people about your tattoo? I find that very interesting.
My star?
Yes.
It's a cover-up.
What's on the cover? What was before
it
the
covered
cover?
up the goat's mask that sat at the top of my spine.
What is that?
It was a bathroom mat.
And for the people that don't know what that is, can you explain what that is?
It is a symbol that you are protected by the devil and that you are one of the devil's own. No different than Black China had.
Right. And what made you get this tattoo?
Protection.
Right.
I just wanted them to leave me alone.
And by having this tattoo, you were protected at the time.
Left alone.
Left alone.
So apparently Beyonce and blackballed Sia. What the f? So in 2016, Sia puts when is the last time you heard about Sia? Never.
Bare time ago. But she was number one on radio for a minute.
Yeah, exactly, until this. So in 2016, she puts out a random tweet.
Yeah.
Like, no correlation. It's one of those ones where it's like eggs, bacon, grease.
Oh, it's a code.
Yeah, it's code. It's code. It says, baby, everything your own nice cat eats, period. Kangaroo is dead. Nowhere and purple penguins every day. My egg.
What the f? Yeah.
You take every single letter of the first word, spells Beyonce kid me.
No way.
And in one of the interviews when Beyonce was talking about Sia, look what she said.
Can we interview Sasha?
No, she's never done an interview. I don't know if she ever will, because I don't really think I would like her interview.
No way. I don't think I really would want her to be in an interview. Michael Jackson, I'll see ya. See ya, double hundred, baby. Oh.
Have y'all seen the people getting the plantation text messages? Like full-blown text messages saying your group A, your group B, ready at 10 o'clock or something because this person in this vehicle is going to come pick you up. Have y'all seen that? Please tell me you have, because I wish. So for the last people that was on my other video talking about DT, you know what I mean when I say that, don't have nothing to do with what people in America do. Yes, he does. Because if you are RS, I'm gonna put that on the screen. We got a talking code around here. But if you are RS and you see DT, baby, he's next to God in your eyes. And another thing, I hate when people think, oh, it's a coincidence those messages is coming out. Please, I can't stand with the ignorancy that's going on as a unit in this country. Like, y'all know other countries are literally laughing their butts off at the U.S. right now for the second time.
I don't know if you guys heard, but do your investigation. But I was watching the news just now, and they said 40 monkeys has escaped from a research facility in South Carolina. And they're warning neighbors to be cautious and be careful. Now, nobody knows what these monkeys, what kind of disease they have, if they have any diseases like that. But if you live in South Carolina, be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. 40 of them just escaped from a research facility. So, I don't know. Y'all be careful out there, though, in South Carolina.
43 rhesus monkeys escaped from a bio-research lab yesterday, causing residents to go on lockdown in a tiny South Carolina town. The rhesus macaque monkeys escaped from the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center that performs experimental tests for various infectious and disorders on the primates. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office released this statement last night. As of 9:45 p.m., we can confirm that 40 primates have escaped from the Alpha Genesis facility located on Castle Hall Road. Traps have been set up around the area, and the Yemassee Police Department is currently on site utilizing thermal imaging cameras in an attempt to locate the animals. Residents are strongly advised to keep doors and windows secured to prevent these animals from entering homes. If you spot any of the escaped animals, please contact 911 immediately and refrain from approaching them. We appreciate your patience and cooperation. Further updates will be released as they become available. The public's assistance is appreciated in the effort to locate and return these animals to their enclosures.
That shit sound like some Planet of the Apes. They set that up.
Something doesn't feel right about these 40 monkeys escaping the biolab. I feel like we're not being told something. It's at the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center, Yemassee. And I feel like this is the start of some kind of science fiction movie or something bad, like some kind of, I don't know. They won't even tell us what kind of monkeys they are. They just say there's 40. I'm surprised there's not 41 or 42 or 39. There's 40 exactly. But doesn't it feel like the start of something like 28 Days Later or 12 Monkeys or maybe even that movie from 1995, Outbreak? I don't know, because they're from a biolab. So are they healthy, happy monkeys? Or is it going to turn into some kind of sci-fi future with it being a little bit like Outbreak? Maybe it's a good time to go back and watch this movie. Here's the synopsis. Let's hope this doesn't happen. Worst case, guys. Let's hope they catch those monkeys and everything's good. Peace.
That's what I said, man. Like, was that a setup, bro? This shit sound too much like... I mean, Contagion didn't start like that. Contagion started the way that some shit that happened in 2020 probably has... Which we know what they... Y'all get what I'm getting at. But... this shit is set up, bro. They planned this, bro. They planned it. And I stand on that. Like, he even said 40 exactly, bro. It wasn't 39. It wasn't 42, 41, 43. None of that, bro. It was the exact number. What a coincidence, right? We always say ain't no such thing as coincidences. So, how y'all feel, man? How y'all feel? Spam it up. This shit sounds like a setup to me. They planned that.
Donald Trump is not inaugurated. He's not in office. Just because he won the quote-unquote election, there's a long list of things to go. And I'll tell you what sets off my spidey senses about all of this. They are all acting fairly reasonable. And it's for one of two reasons. One, they are either terrified and they know they're caught and they know that they've got to step in line or they might that's their only chance to not get held accountable. Or two, they have a backup plan to do something terrible to Trump. Now remember, these people tried to
Trump. The fact that they're calling him and saying, hey, you know, let's do this civil and shit, that's so out of character for them. It makes me think they have another plan.
Keep your head on, keep it on a swivel.
Yo, somebody's been lying, but we're about to get to the bottom of it. Would you believe me if I told you that there was a time in history where the archaeologists and the historians were trying to tell the truth? Well, don't worry, because though that truth has been hidden, it's the age of information, and we're bringing it right back to you. Let's start right here. The courteous reader in tracing the fate of Tecumseh, as depicted in the pages of his life, will not fail to observe the strong analogy between the religious sentiments of the chief of the forest and those of the ancient Hebrews. Interesting. The language as uttered by Tecumseh is not written to uphold a theory of the brain, but gathered from the archives of a people's history to support a theory of apparent truth. The present writer will not yield to any man in the firm belief that the Aborigines of North America and the ancient Israelites are identical. Wow. We therefore formed an original theory in reference to the natives of the North and those of the South and Central America. Stick with me to the end because it's only going to get better. And shout out to Holy Trinity 369. This may be considered the first attempt of an American to bring together all the evidence, ancient and modern, tumuli, temples, hieroglyphics, etc., found scattered throughout North and South America. Indian mounds and tumuli are found, but they all differ materially in character and antiquity from those immense ruins and pyramids found in Mexico, and which have satisfied us that not only a distinct and civilized people formed those settlements. The descendants of those shepherd kings, the builders of the Tower of Babel and the pyramids. Watch this. Somebody's been lying, but we're about to get to the bottom of it. Listen, y'all, this one's big. Stay with me, all right? Arguments affirm that the original of the Americans must be sought for either among the Phoenicians, Sidonians, Tyrians, or the Carthaginians, all right? Being indeed all one people. They lived formerly according to their own relation along the shores of the Red Sea. The Red Sea, y'all, all right? A Latin poet agrees with this opinion where he saith, on the Phoenician crafts the ocean beats, who through the Red Sea sailing changed their seats. All right, now let's see. They're sailing through the Red Sea and then down the coast. All right, on the Phoenician crafts the ocean beats, who through the Red Sea sailing changed their seats. All right, they were the first that ventured through the seas, the Pacific Ocean to be exact. Right, and let's see where it took them. The Phoenicians, the founders of Carthage. All right, Carthage in the Yucatan. It gets deep, y'all. But listen, Aristotle from the Greek word calls them Phoenicians from their being red or bloody with the slaughter of all the strangers that landed on their coast. All right, warriors, y'all, warriors. But listen, all right. But that since the Phoenicians took the command of the seas from the Rhodians, all right, who are the Rhodians? All right, the Phoenicians took the command of the sea from the Rhodians, all right? This is the Colossus of Rhodes, all right? So these are the Greeks, all right? The Colossus of Rhodes was a huge statue built to honor the ancient Greek god of the sun, but it no longer exists, all right? Because it was melted. It was melted down by an invading Arab army. Or was it? I doubt it, all right? They hid it, all right? These are two pieces of the puzzle, all right? But this is the statue. They've been lying, y'all. They've been lying. There's not much I can say. Listen, this is the naval harbor of Carthage, all right? This is what they're trying to say it looks like today. But I beg to differ, all right? I beg to differ, all right? We're breaking down all this right? We're breaking down all the lies, all right? But how come this nameless island to be America? What man would take that foreign island, which far exceeds the main continent of Asia, and have the Phoenicians ascribed the finding of this new world to any? No. Listen, there's a reason they kept it secret.
Every time Rashad Poet get up on here, I get to forgetting that I'm reacting to the content, and I just get to watching it. Like, it make me feel like it's me just chilling. I'm just watching them. It carried me away every single time. I appreciate his work. I appreciate his work. Even if he reaching, some people in the comments be saying he reaching. I like it. But even if he was reaching, I mean, damn, it's worth the question, though. It's better to question it and reach rather than just sitting back saying, you know what, bro, I already know what that is, because we still got to keep an open mind. But that shit go deep. That shit go deep, man. Hey, again, shout out to Rashad Poet. Let me know how y'all feeling about that clip. I seen some people talking about like he's off, he's reaching, he just really wasn't on point in the previous videos. But I mean, like I said, we always can disagree, but that don't mean that we can't get along and agree on another topic another day. That's all. But let me know.
God knows where they went, right?
Shit. This is what's gonna happen. Don't come bother me. Now Trump won. I'm okay with that, but don't be with me because I don't bother nobody. See the guy in the grave right here? I did that. He caught me out there talking shit, called me the N-word, now he on his back looking up, don't know where he at. I told him. I tried to tell him to go ahead on. He feel like since Trump won, he could talk shit. Nah, bruh, I ain't with it. I gave the man a warning. Keep walking. Go on. Now look at him. He don't know what to do. Laying there looking up in the air. Eye cold. So let that be a lesson, man. It's 2025. This ain't the old cotton picking day. We ain't with that shit. So, bruh, y'all better watch what y'all say to people, man. Or you gonna end up like this guy just put on his ass. That's it. He out.
Look, y'all, let's keep the peace. Let's stay respectful. Everybody. That go for everybody. Let's all show respect. Let's show the same respect to people that we want back in return. Let's give the energy we want to receive back in return. That go for anybody. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if I ain't going in details. I don't care what you look like. Let's let this clip right here be a example of where we not trying to go. We do understand there's going to be some people who are going to vibrate at this frequency on both parties. But let's make sure us right now watching this, let's make sure we keep our energy at a cool level. Let's not even insult the individuals in this video. Neither one of them. Whoever was right, whoever was wrong, let's just use this as an example and set the parameters and be like, you know what? We gonna make sure we do what we supposed to do. This shit crazy though. I mean, this shit crazy. Let me know how y'all feeling. Let's just not do that. Let's be respectful to everybody. I think that's a good idea. That's a good start. Everybody be respectful. I don't give a damn who's right or who's wrong. Let's just be respectful so we don't get to that point. That makes sense? That's what I think. I think so.
There's a spell in the alphabet from A to Z phonetically, and it goes like this. But before we do it, let's start at the beginning. It all started in the Garden of Children. Kinder is a German word that means children. Where we sat in Kundalini meditation style and aligned our chakras while the Kundalini circuit came up and bit the fruit. And this is how the spell went. They said, A, they got your attention. They said B, told you what to be and how to be. They say C, and you see what they want you to see. D, E, F. Now you're deaf to your own inner voice, hence definitions. G, that is the G-force that causes you to rise or fall, gravity or cognition, like a pilot in a cockpit. The G-force is H-I-J-K, hijacked, or if you want to go another route, H-I-J-K-L, hijackal, but that's a different story. L-M-N-O-P, G-force element hijacked, and element O-P, inoperative. Q, questions, R-S-T, rest, U. V is we, because V was originally a double. So it was we, W, XY, chromosome, sleep, Z. And it's funny, if you didn't go to school, you committed the act of truancy, because you wouldn't absorb all the lies and you would live in your truth. But I don't know. And it's funny that we went to school. Billions of minds going in one direction at the same time. Hence, a school of fish. But anyway, I digress, man. But it's funny that the school bus looks just like a clownfish. And a clownfish has acquired the ability to eat from an enemy without being poisoned. And this is how we conjugate in our language. Letters, spells, words, and the English language is the final translation or late transition. That's crazy. But anyway, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Daughter gotta go to school.
Well, that was the first time he made it to this channel, and I think he gonna have to come back. We gonna figure to his guidelines, but he effed my head up with that one, bro. I ain't never heard it from that perspective. We already knew language controls perception and perception controls reality. We already know that. So we try, that's why we say smooth 7 or grand rising or good rising or grand wealth, whatever you want to say. That's why we use that. Because somebody did ask me in the comments, they new to the collective, and they said, what is smooth 7? And it's like, instead of saying have a good, and I don't like even using that word, we like have a smooth 7 because it's 7, and I don't even want to use that word in a, you know. So as we go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's 7 of those. So it's just a smooth 7. Let's have a smooth 7 of those. You know what I mean? Instead of saying that word. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy how they flipped this. They flipped it, bro. When I got to college, it was cool, but yeah, man, I had to finesse school. I had to. Let me know if y'all did. I learned what I wanted to learn. If I knew it was something obtainable, that I was like, hey, this is some shit that I know is for real. Like something we looking at now, like history classes, stuff like that. I was locked in. Some of them classes I wasn't locked in. I just did the work because I knew I had to get that I had to get to the next level. Me personally. Let me know how y'all feel.
Never heard of Jerome, Arizona? A ghost town known as the wickedest town in the West? Or have you heard the song by Tool about Armageddon, where he says, learn to swim, see you down in Arizona Bay? He also has a song called 46 and 2. 46 and 2 theories about DNA evolution. 46 and 2 is also 48. And Arizona's the 48th state, and he lives here. The town sits high up on a mountain, but when you first pull in, one of the first places you'll see is the Cabal Cellars. That's right, the Cabal Cellars. There's a Cabal Cellars in Tombstone, Arizona as well. Back to Jerome, Maynard Keenan from Tool also has a store called Lucifer and a winery. First walk in, you'll see a statue of Shiva, the alien head with horns. Because he has a winery, he also has a vineyard. At the vineyard, he has a food truck, and that's on the side of the truck. There's symbolism all over this town. What's weird is a town like that, and it sounds like Jerusalem and Rome together. A personal story, too, from last time I was there. One day I'll share. Things are real, though.
There was this guy, 2024, this recent. Okay. So he posted a video and it's going viral where he goes into an abandoned washroom, right? Yeah. And he pulls out his phone and he starts talking. I think he starts talking in Spanish, but the translation said that, oh, guys, I'm here by myself. Like, there's no one here around me, but I'm getting this weird feeling. Yeah. Right? So he's there and he's going into each stall and he's like, okay, nobody's there, right? When he turns around, he hears a knock from one of the stalls that he just went in. Yeah. Right? So this is where it gets weird. So I'll show you the video, see if you believe this is real. Because you have to catch it really fast. You see something in the stall. So it was like fucking with him. It knocked when he was facing the mirror. He turned around, went in, nothing. It knocked again, and you can see it.
No way.
Yeah, hold on. Just look. I believe this is real.
Let me see.
Okay, boom. So he's in the washroom. You have to catch it, right? So he's in the washroom alone. Okay, catch it.
Wait. Go back.
Catch it again. Look in the crack. Ready?
Yeah. Oh!
But look. He went right. Like, there's no stoppage in the video. Watch. There's no stoppage. Right. Oh, you see the face? Go up. There's
No.
So it's like messing with him.
Yeah.
You can't Photoshop. That's not AI, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna say something crazy to you. Ready?
Yeah.
So the few times that I've seen like a spirit, few times, and I think I've seen, it's always like it feels like it's not there, but it is there.
It is.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like it'll look like it's not.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. It'll like play with your mind to believe, like manifest it more.
Yeah. So I think I said this before. I said this on the Sabrina episode with her sister.
Okay.
How I woke up and like in my dream, there's a spirit standing like by my closet.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up, I saw it for like a split second, and then my eyes changed that it was just the clothes and the shape of it.
Oh my God.
And in my head, I'm like, okay, it was just the shape of the clothes, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Done. Thinking back, I'm like, okay, what if that's how it's shown?
Y'all, what the is this? Somebody captured this in the ocean. I heard about sirens and mermaids, but I never heard anything about this creature, or I never seen this type of creature. Now I understand why the ocean is not fully explored. Nobody in their right mind should be gone in the I'm swimming the other way. It's so many things in our ocean that we don't know about. But instead of swimming away, they wanted to get this thing on camera. Look at the definition. Long ass neck. Skinny ass arms, but built this shit. And what is going on with that hole? What is that for? Is that the mouth? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That's a you know what, if you ask me. The A word, Mr. E.T. of the water, though. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. And if this is even real.
I'ma say that one ain't real. Y'all let me know what y'all feeling. And with the last clip, I love they podcast, bro. Tell me if y'all do too. Again though, if y'all don't know what mask he wearing, rest in peace to MF Doom. Legend. Rest in peace to MF Doom. One of the coldest MCs to ever touch a mic. He hard, bro. Legend. Gotta go ahead and say that. I have to. But y'all let me know how if y'all like they clips and y'all like how what they be talking about. They subjects and topics.
Can y'all explain to me what the is that?
So you said the place on fire where I live at. I just saw you and I got cameras. Yeah? What you gonna do? Oh my God. I got my kids in the house. Oh my God. Oh my God, please.
Damn. What got him all off the edge like that?
You think the Diddy thing is big? If you're the type of person and you think the Diddy thing is big, buckle up. Because it's literally every politician, every big ass celebrity, every big actor. It's not just one guy that was off the rails and, oh, we just found out. Are you kidding me? We are about to learn publicly, right, what has actually been happening at the top. And it's up. And a lot of people's consciousness are not going to be able to handle it because it is dark and it is twisted. And I know you might think I'm speaking vaguely, but those who know.
If what they're saying about Mr. Prada, Terrion, is true, I think that's his name. That repost is probably one of the scariest things I've seen all week.
Terrion Thomas, aka Mr. Prada, is charged with second-degree the death of Louisiana therapist Nicholas Abraham, who was found bludgeoned to death and wrapped in a tarp on the side of the highway. The case has brought renewed attention to one of Mr. Prada's viral videos where he's practicing for his mugshot. Dr. Nicholas Abraham, known as Dr. Nick, treated patients with substance abuse and depression. Although their connection is still unknown, Mr. Prada did talk about his mental health struggles online.
I've never seen anybody that's before.
Abraham was seen on surveillance cameras going into the TikTok personality's apartment. Mr. Prada, no stranger to the camera, is later seen dragging something wrapped in a blue tarp and putting it into the doctor's car. The next day, Dr. Nick's body is found. Cause of death? Blunt force trauma. Police got a search warrant for Mr. Prada's apartment and found blood, weapons, and it even...
Damn, bro, start tripping.
Mr. Prada has finally been arrested, and the video of what happened is insane. So for context, Mr. Prada allegedly unalived his therapist and then stole his car. And this even gets more worser. Not only was the therapist's body found wrapped on the side of a highway, and remember, this is all happening in the state of Baton Rouge. This is where it gets even more crazier. William Nicholas Abraham. In 2015, he was charged after he blanked one of his young patients. Not only did he allegedly work in the Catholic Church, but Mr. Prada reposted this video, and he also just posted this video as well as this. And you've gone a little too long without getting in trouble and you feel a canon event approaching. Mr. Prada also just posted 2 days ago. He was not only smiling, not only this morning did people catch Mr. Prada, the stolen car driving through a building. The car is going over all of these trees. You can see him get out and run away. And here's where it gets even more crazier. Now, this is all alleged. Do you think Mr. Prada did it?
So did he do it because he felt that the therapist deserved it? Is that what? I'm gonna have to look a little deeper. Hey, if you violating people, what you do is gonna come back. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't wanna put no bad energy out to the world, and I don't wanna be vibrating at no low frequency. So what I'm gonna say is, what you do is what you gonna get back in return. That's what I'm gonna say. Let me know y'all thoughts.
Okay, all my Republican cult members out there. Today I'm coming to you with some disturbing ass shit from the news. Listen to this shit. This is what our government is now coming up with. They're trying to pass the 28th Amendment, which they're calling the Continuity Amendment. Now, what this means is basically they are preparing for a mass extinction of Congress members. So the amendment calls for that if a newly elected Congress member gets elected in, he has to make a list of 5 names that he would choose of people to take his place if for some reason he is no longer breathing air. Okay? Now, if he happens to not breathe air anymore, the governor of that state that representative is from will choose one person from the 5 names. Now, that would be kind of good because sometimes, especially in like the House of Representatives and stuff like that, if somebody was to pass away, they don't fill their seat for a long time. But here's the messed up part. It also states in this amendment that if over 100 Congress members all of a sudden stop breathing air at the same time, an election would not be held for the United States. Can y'all see where this is going? They are preparing for over 100 Congress members to all of a sudden stop breathing. Republicans, love you guys. We're in trouble.
This is is Mr. Prada, a really big TikToker with over 4 million followers. But you see, Mr. Prada had a problem. He just got arrested for f***ing somebody. And the evidence is astonishing. First of all, the person he's accused of is a therapist, not his therapist, a therapist. Now, the therapist was found, listen closely, duct taped, covered with a blue tarp. So police were like, okay, somebody did this. And suddenly the police hear that the therapist's car is being driven around. The police chief was like, everybody, you know what that means, right? An officer was like, it's a ghost. The chief said, you wait here. Everybody else, go find the car. And while they find the car, they say, pull over. Mr. Prada says, psych, does the race on them boys. The police chase him down. Mr. Prada crashes the car. They said, get out the car. He gets out the car. Then that boy get on feet. He kind of long. If you look close enough, he start running. He take off. Police start chasing him, but what I just said, that boy got length. He outruns them. Police said, we need help identifying. Everybody said, that's a TikTok star. Police said, oh. And well, from there, it was pretty easy to find his information. So they go to his house, and they see red stuff all over the wall. The therapist read stuff. Neighbors were like, oh, I seen the therapist. He went into Mr. Prada's house the other day. Just to be sure though, police grab video surveillance and they see the therapist walking into Mr. Prada's house. Neighbors then say, yeah, and then we saw Mr. Prada walk out with a blue tarp. Police look at the footage, they see Mr. Prada walking out with a blue tarp. At this point, this was all police needed to identify Mr. Prada as dangerous. And when you're identified as dangerous by the police, it's on. At this point, all the resources and manpower of the Justice Department is going to be used against you. So, bro flees to Texas. The police in Louisiana, by the way, this whole thing happened in Louisiana, they couldn't go after him because they can't leave the state. So the U.S. Marshals go after him. Remember, every resource is used against you. And well, it was only a matter of time, Marshals caught him. Now, I want to be clear, not much is known about why he did it. But a huge thing on the internet that's going around is that the therapist might have been inappropriate with Mr. Prada. Because it turns out the therapist was accused of doing something inappropriate to a young male in 2015. Now, the charges were dropped. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. That just means the charges were dropped. People assume the therapist did this to Mr. Prada since the age of the 2015 person matches with Mr. Prada's age. And the lawyer's therapist at the time, listen closely, says the person who accused the therapist was unequivocally not Mr. Prada. It wasn't Mr. Prada, guys. And the therapist's past lawyer doesn't have a reason to lie. But his lawyer did say he speculates that it was something intimate going on with the therapist and Mr. Prada. The therapist was openly gay. He was found walking by himself into Mr. Prada's apartment. A lot of Mr. Prada's recent TikToks seemed like he was having issues with somebody he loved. And well, but again, this is speculation. People aren't going to know what happened until like the actual court case. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Damn. That sound like some movie shit, bro. That sound like some, like one of these new movies they come out with. Damn, bro. He had 4 million followers. You know how many people's lives he could have changed or helped or... Damn, bro. He thought, like I said, you can't go back to some shit. Like, you can't lose it and throw it away for nothing, bro. You can't do it. You got peoples to look out for. You got family and relatives to look out for. Shit, you got yourself to look out for. Like, bro, you could help so many people with your influence. Why throw it away? I don't give a damn, bro. It ain't that serious. I don't care how intimate, whatever the case that he had with that dude, or if that was. I'm just going off based off what they saying, bits and pieces of the story. Shit just wild. Like, what if he did it because he heard that he be violating, and that's why he did it. Or if they was intimate, and that's why he did it. I mean, like I said, wrong is wrong, but but damn it, bro. What y'all feeling? Let me know. Spam it up.
What is it? What you say?
I said, this ain't nothing but the devil.
What you gotta say?
Don't say nothing. I hope that's the right apartment, eh?
Yeah, that's the right apartment.
That's what my grandma believe in too. Spam it up with y'all.
You cannot convince me the Megalodon is not still alive after reading this article that was published by shark researchers today. Apparently there was an 8-foot shark that was consumed whole by another shark, but they are not spilling all the details. This shit was so astronomical and out of the question that it has multiple researchers baffled. They are saying they don't know why or what or how another shark that was 8 feet could have been consumed, but they believed it was consumed by another type of shark. Here is the article that just came out today, September 3rd, and the headline reads, researchers are shocked after an 8-foot shark is eaten by a predator, but who's the culprit? A team of scientists from Arizona, Oregon, and Rhode Island had been tracking a pregnant poor beagle shark for hundreds of miles from New England to Bermuda when it was killed. Side note, it would be a crazy ass statement to say that the Megalodon was hiding in the Bermuda, but low-key it makes so much sense. The Bermuda Triangle. For the first time ever, researchers have found evidence of a top of the food chain shark being killed by a predator, according to a study published Tuesday in the peer-reviewed journal Frontiers in Marine Science. The team of scientists who wrote the study had set out to research pregnant Puerto Beagle sharks and track their movements because they're endangered in many parts of the world. So apparently by a pop-off satellite archival tag, they knew that the shark was actually eaten or attacked. What's crazy is another shark was killed and its beagle tag had actually fell to the bottom of the ocean before it could be surfaced. Tell me what shark eats a 8-foot shark? They need to tell us what is going on now because I'm not buying it.
First and foremost, she always make it to the channel. Y'all go show her page some love. Go run her page up, man. Tell her I sent you. But what if those 8-foot sharks was sent to the Bermuda Triangle to be eaten? What if they were sent as bait? You mean to tell me you got tags on these two things? Okay, they say they put them on multiple different sharks because they're endangered. What if that's just what they telling us? What if they use them as bait? What if they knew it was out there and they knew it came up or it's been more active than it has in the recent years? And so they sent those two sharks in that region on purpose. Like, what if they sense? I don't know. I'm just coming up with ideas, man. But I'm just saying, ain't it kind of weird? It gets hiding in the Bermuda Triangle as well, if that was the case. It could be there. Or deep down in the ocean. And it could roam all over the place. Maybe. But I'm just asking, what if they sent those there as bait to see if it'd come out and get those other sharks? Am I reaching? Let me know.
What do we have here? What were we told this was? A lighthouse, right? It's not a lighthouse. These are charging stations for airships. That's why, if you watch the video, you're gonna notice all lighthouses have a mooring mast with a dome and an antenna on the top. And understand something about these lighthouses. They're not lighthouses, they're mooring masts. Notice all of them have a 360-degree platform on them. Why would you need a 360-degree platform, right, if the lighthouse is supposedly used to guide ships? The lighthouse wasn't used as a light to guide ships. If it was, there would be one platform just facing the ocean. Why would he need to go around the back of the lighthouse to go see the land that's behind him? Let's take a look. What do we have here? A mooring mast connector. That's how it connected to all of these mooring mast towers. They're not lighthouses. That has a dome on the top. Dome and an antenna on the top. Dome and an antenna on the top. Y'all gonna see a pattern. Dome on the top. It's a mooring mast. Dome, antenna. Dome, antenna. These are energy devices. Dome, antenna. That's what you... Dome, antenna. These are mooring mast devices. They're not lighthouses. Think about that. They fed y'all that shit for years. When these were literally docking. Dome, mooring mast. Dome, mooring mast tower. These were... Look. Lighthouse? A lighthouse? A lighthouse. These were made for that. That would come, hook up to right here, and unload the people right there. This is how we traveled. Lighthouse. Mooring tower. Lighthouse. You mean mooring tower. Look. You're gonna notice they all look the same. All have the dome. And I just showed y'all, that's 4 different airships I showed y'all. That ain't the same one. It's 4 different airships. This is how we traveled everywhere. These were never lighthouses. At all. They lied to you. Because they couldn't tell you the true function of them. Because then you would ask questions. But that's okay. That's fine. That's why I'm here. But this... So just remove lighthouse and the whole lighthouse idea and all the bullshit they made up with it. It was a lie. These are mooring towers. It's a mooring tower. It's a structure designed to allow for the docking of an airship outside a hangar or a similar structure. And our airships would dock on the ocean or they would dock on land. They didn't want you to know that because then you would ask questions about the technology. This lighthouse used to be used to dock our airships. And what you see here is exactly how we used to travel. The sky used to be our ocean. That light you see, that light was to guide the airships to the mooring mast so that they can see through the fog and through the clouds. It wasn't for no ships on no water. Come on, man.
Miller 31. I was 31 years old today when I found out that's what they was used for. I don't care though, I'm here to learn. How y'all feel? Y'all agreeing? Y'all disagreeing? For me, it's like, as he breaks it down like that, makes a hell of a lot more sense that they got those lighthouses for that, for them airships, rather than for the damn ocean. It makes a lot more sense to me. But I'm not gonna lie, I hardly see them in the cities. I mainly see them by water. So that's the only thing I would say raise concern to what he's saying. But other than that, bro, I'm all with him. I will go ahead and say most likely right. What y'all feeling? Spam it up.
So I'm not sure if y'all aware. In Philly, we just got our portal, right? And over here, you see all these people over here. Just standing there gathered around it. Latu, as soon as me and my baby, my friend, came over here, I felt an immediate energy. Like literally, something was just saying, get away from here. I got away from it. The energy went away. It was like a heat feeling right in my chest. And these people have been just standing there in front of the portal for the longest. I know for a fact that portal is harnessing energy. For a fact. I felt the immediate energy. Like, did you feel it too?
I did feel it. Whatever they got going on, y'all, it's demonic. Look.
No,
these people have been standing in front of there for hours. And it's like, for what? Why is the portal really there, my nigga? It's like, is it just for fun? Is it just to see? And when you look at the portal, it's a street. It's a street of, I guess, like where the other portals are, like New York or like whatever. But like, it's weird. Like, what is the purpose? What is the purpose?
No, for real. That shit is crazy. It's been the same people standing there for a long time. And we walked away, we came back, and it's the same people. That shit is really harnessing energy. And when I came back, I felt the same exact energy that I felt. And when we walked away, it went away. That shit really harnessing energy. So
what if those people that's right there charging up, or what if they NPCs?
I can't believe I'm seeing this. Everyone needs to see this. Look at this.
I agree. People don't look up enough. But what if those people that was looking at that portal that came back to it, when they came back and they were still there, what if they were charging up? Like, what if it helps them? What if they low vibrational? Or what if they NPCs? Or what if they just, they since they vibrating so low, it makes them more, gives them a higher chance of being, whatever the case, gives them a chance of being whatever is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's harnessing their energy. What if it is harnessing their energy, but it makes it's easier to harness their energy because they're vibrating so low, which I would think is the case. But the fact that they can see it and ask those questions, that's dope. We got people asking questions out here. We got people who can pick up on it like that, who understand it and be like, nah, bro, that's what that is. Hey, good shit for them. Now let's pray for the ones who would affect it. The ones that they said they seen in front of that screen for so long. Let's pray for them ones.
Saturn is so important because if you do not master Saturn, you definitely coming back. It is the planet of discipline. Okay? Saturn will never give you more than you can handle, but it will knock you the hell down. When you get in those periods where nothing seems to be going right, you get in the car and go somewhere, there's traffic, then you go around the traffic, it's a manhole, it's a hole in the ground, then you get around that, it's something else. Saturn says, sit down. Because when you first went outside to get in the car, your mind said, I should stay in the house today. And you did, so Saturn keeps going, poof, you're hard-headed. They call that the house of the ancient ones. When our ancestors be talking to us and we don't listen. It's the house of the ancient ones, all right? And the book of Daniel is called the Ancient of the Days. You ever heard of that? Well, these 7 planets is the Ancient of Days. Has anybody ever heard a little ringing in your ear before? And they tell you it's tinnitus? No, that's the ancestors talking to you. Those Europeans don't know Jack, but they want to give you something because as soon as you go to them, they be like, oh no, we got to stop that. Oh, back up. And then I was reading this book that was written back in the 1700s about the ringing in the ears and how it's the ancestors saying, you messing up, I'm here, baby, call me. I got your back. And they want us to cut off our connection with the spiritual umbilical cord. Are you crazy? And that's all it is. Because as your chakras get aligned, it gets boom, boom. And what's the original name for the ear? The original name for the ear. Tambourine. You got a detox, y'all. magnesium in your body. Okay, all women right now, y'all need magnesium because they done took it out of everything. Because magnesium is what has us doing this. We can't concentrate. We have to get back to liquid magnesium and complete nutrition because there's no way for us to get magnesium. But you have to keep in mind it's part of the King Alfred plan. They're trying to destroy us.
Have y'all ever noticed that some people that have real anger issues and that can take it from 0 to 100 real quick, a lot of times they're overly friendly and nice to people on purpose because they are self-aware of the fact that if they take it there, it's not your average type of taking it there. And they know once they get up there, it ain't that easy to come back down. So they try to offset this by being nice to people so they're not given a reason to act out. But of course, everyone does not take heed to that and then they end up around and finding out.
If this is real, they have been telling us for a while. Check this out.
The Yang, designed to kill every living thing on Earth.
That seems a little drastic.
If there's nothing left alive, there's nothing left to reincarnate into.
It attacks life at the source, DNA, unwinding the very fabric of existence. Every plant, every animal, every person.
I'll be honest, I didn't think that was real.
What in the world is this? Word is this is a black egg-shaped UFO that was found in the Tennessee riverfront at around 11 o'clock today. Guys, this is getting out of hand. Why today out of all days? Is that shit about to hatch? It better not. Can somebody go down there and get this shit? Shit's already turning up out here. This ain't no eggs that you eat for breakfast. This is some real shit. They showed us over and over again, but we just didn't listen. What's about to come out of that? TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only, and I don't even know what this is. Get ready. Let's not forget what's in area. Shh, don't you even say it. I ain't gonna hold you, this shit looks untouchable. Ask yourself, what are you gonna do to something like this when it's coming at you full force? Nothing. And what are we gonna do about this? Absolutely nothing. Because to be honest with you, I don't want to have shit to do with this. Guys, I don't know if this is true or not. Do your research, but this is ridiculous. Look, guys, it's floating over water. As above, so below. Now, don't forget the A's are in the W, and the A's are really FA's. I can't believe this. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know what's going on here. But what I do know is that I'm out of here.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I'm telling y'all, I don't know if I believe it.
I don't know if I'm the only one feeling this, but something just isn't right. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. I was just talking to my wife about this last night. Things are just too calm right now. Now, we shouldn't have fear, worry, or anxiety because we know that God's in control. But it's just way too quiet. I just have this feeling that something ain't right. That something is coming that we're not prepared for. Pay attention. Pay attention, because it's way too quiet. This feeling is just way too strong for this just to be a coincidence. It is way too quiet. Keep your head on that swivel. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure your eyes are open, your ears are open, and you're aware of what's going around. Pray for that discernment, because it's way too quiet. I pray for the safety of our children in schools. I pray for the safety of all those at work. And I pray for the safety of all those at home. Because it feels like something's coming. I know I'm not the only one feeling this. And maybe it's our Creator speaking to us. Get your house in order. It's way too quiet. Remember, God loves you. Jesus died to save you. And he's coming back.
Why everybody got that feeling of uneasiness?
It's whole friendships crumbling right now because of the election. That was never your friend. They just needed a reason to fight with you.
Hey, don't tell me some of y'all done lost relationships and friends and friendships and family based off this. Don't. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it at all. So if anybody has, bro, it ain't worth it. It's so much bigger fish and shit out here to get to than that. Trust me. I pray for y'all if y'all have had that situation. I hope y'all got better times ahead and y'all can hash it out.
I gotta show y'all this video. A young lady was in her backyard and she panned across her backyard and looked and saw what appears to be some eyes gleaming back at her. At first, I couldn't see it until I zoomed in my damn self. When y'all see this, you all are going to know that they are amongst us. There's no denying it. There's no hiding it. And there's no looking away. Look at this video.
Oh my God. Ooh. Y'all, I just got done cutting the grass and I came back here to put the lawnmower up and I noticed this light was blinking. Oh my God, did it? Okay, it didn't stop. I was finna say, y'all, look what it's doing now. Okay, it's tripping, never mind. But I went to turn and when I did, look what the fuck I saw.
Y'all see it?
Y'all see it?
There it go right there.
And this ain't the security camera, okay?
OMG.
That's deep. There's nothing there but a tree in the back of his garage. And there's the park.
It's getting closer and closer. They're coming out.
This is deep.
There's no denying it.
Man,
There it is right there. Look, there it is right there.
tripping?
Right there. Right
I mean,
there.
Can't nobody tell me nothing about what I've been through. I'm not asking for that. I'm talking about right now, today, Tuesday, August, what is today? The 19th, the 20th, August the 20th. Am I fucking tripping?
You not tripping because I'm looking at it too.
Oh my God, you guys, do you see the two eyes up at the top? Hold on. I see the ones at the bottom. The
Two
right
more
above the
eyes.
fence. But
Look,
there's
do
two
y'all
right
see
there,
it?
Too. They're gold. And look at the one right there. It looks like some type of green bean with a gold light in its mouth.
Look. It's right there, y'all. Right here, right there.
And so some people said, oh, it's just that light. Okay, what about the one that's inside the darkness?
What in
It's
the
dark
green?
right there.
The green goblin is that
Oh my
right
God,
there.
y'all, do
What
y'all
in the
see that
green
face
goblin
right
is
above
that?
it?
Look.
It looks like
Here go the eyes right here. Look. There they go.
From Will Smith movie, kind of. Yes. Wow. That's deep, y'all.
Hey. They are
Did it
among
stop?
us.
Yep, and it stopped, and my neighbor just came out. That's deep. Look.
There you
Look
have
what it's
it.
doing. That's deep, y'all. I gotta go. I'm out.
There it is right there, y'all, if y'all didn't catch it. Y'all see those glowy eyes? Something tells me that something was watching that lady. Now, what was it? I don't know. That right there, that looks like a goblin, just like she said. Something was definitely out there watching that lady. Yeah. It's getting real close.
So when she first started talking about the face, when she first started talking about it, look, she was like right here, right next to her, looked like the goblin. When she said eyes, I'm in my head thinking, nah, I see a head back there. But I was like, maybe I'm tripping, because she never said nothing about that at first. She went straight to the eyes that was in the darkness. And then when she said it, I was like, nah, that looked like a light. It's slanted, where it's like, why is it slanted? But I don't know. Let me know. When they talked about the goblin, that shit remind me of Jeepers Creepers. I ain't thinking no goblin. I thought of Jeepers Creepers. The very first one, that's what that made me think of. And at the top, I seen those lights too. What do y'all feel? Do y'all think? I seen the lights too. So what do y'all feel? Do y'all think that it's cat? Y'all think it's fact? Y'all think she just seeing shit? Was that really there? Let me know. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But Collective, or anybody just watching, remember, we won. So we all together in this, man. So let's not go to war with nobody. Let's not go to war with each other. Let's try to respect one another in the comments. When we out in our regular day lives, we at work, we at school, whatever we at, bro, let's just make sure we always keep that good energy. Let's make sure we show respect to one another and not disrespect one another. Let's try to work on that. That's all I ask for everybody, because I'm working on it as well. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my count. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably